In today's episode of Automation Unleashed, I'm going to teach you GoHighLevel's new if-else conditions, because they just revamped the if-else condition in the workflow builder and made it a lot easier to use for beginners. But instead of showing you the general builder, I'm going to show you specific real-world examples like these if-else conditions right here and how you can rebuild them and use them for forms like this one right here for your business in HighLevel. And if you stick around in this video, I'll show you exactly how to get access to these workflows completely for free in your HighLevel account or by using my affiliate link for HighLevel, which I guess is also for free. So let's jump right in. So once you're in your HighLevel account, you'll want to jump into the automation section and we'll be brought to the all workflows section. And hopefully you have a solid foundation of workflows that you can use. If you don't, you can select a recipe and see if there's something in there that you might want to use. But for this demo, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start from scratch. We'll agree to that. And the trigger the trigger is whatever you want the trigger to be, whether it's a tag, a form, or whatever. And we'll jump right into this example right here in just a second. But in general, the if-else condition is an action step. So if you search for if, you'll find if-else right here. And you can see this is kind of a new version of the if-else condition where they revamped it, rebranded it, and made it a little bit easier to use. So we've got these pre-configured automations or if-else conditions right here. But the most popular ones are definitely is if they have a tag, and we'll actually look at an AI chatbot that has a tag. More specifically, we're going to look at ZappyChat's AI chatbot workflows right here, so that if somebody, for example, has not booked an appointment yet and doesn't have the booked appointment tag yet, they'll go down this path. Whereas if they do, they'll go down another path, and we actually change the AI chatbot. We change the prompt, we change the character, we change it from a booking bot to a non-booking bot. So all of this is possible with the if-else condition, and that's why it's so powerful and why I'm recording this video. So let's create our first if-else condition together real fast. Let's type in if-else, and I think one of the most common ones is has tag. And they made it super easy with this new builder to select has tag. So we can say tag includes, let's just select anyone. Let's say, hey, everybody who's in the abandoned cart goes down this path. And then if we want to add another branch, we could easily do it like this. And you can see the tags isn't popping up. So then you can either go in here and manually select tags from right here and say tags includes, and then the select tags. And you saw tags are kind of hidden. So they're under contact details where there's the names and all that good stuff, and then there's the tags kind of hidden right here. So that's why they made it easy to create these new if-else conditions with the tags super easily. But we don't have to create it like this. We can also just delete this one branch and duplicate this branch right up here. So now we've got this branch and we've got the duplicate right here, and it already says tags includes. So we'll go ahead and delete this tag, and let's just select another tag right here, so that we'll call this branch right here abandoned cart. So let's delete that part. I went ahead and wrote that in there, and then I called this branch down here nurture, and we'll hit save just so that you kind of can visualize what these if-else conditions look like in the actual real workflow builder here, and not just under this action step right here. And if you want to rename this, you could also just call this if-else. They just call it a condition, which makes sense, but you might want to call it if-else as well. And so it's always a good practice to rename all the branches so that you know how they work. And if you wanted to reorganize these branches, you could easily do that. And it's always good to have this none branch. This none branch is like everything else. So if they don't have this tag and they don't have this tag, then everybody else will go down this none branch and take these actions. And if you only want to have two branches, you don't have to define the opposite. The opposite is pretty much always the none branch. So everybody who has this tag will go down this path, and everybody who doesn't have it will go down the none branch and down this path. And so that might take a little bit to understand, but just build, try, do, and then if you have run into any issues, you can always troubleshoot in hindsight. When it comes to troubleshooting if-else conditions like this, it's always very helpful to go into the execution logs back here. And so you need data, you need people going through here to find these execution logs. If we jump into one of my clients' accounts that is using the ZappyChat AI chatbot real fast, we've got some good dummy data right here because it's not an actual person. And you can see this is the if-else condition, and it went down the normal booking bot path within her AI chatbot. To kind of visualize it here in the workflow section, it's these paths right here. So you can obviously always rename the path to whatever you want it to be, but these execution logs show step by step what was executed for this contact, which action step, which if else condition, where did they go down. And so if you ever run into any issues with these if else conditions, again, go into the execution logs, find that contact, find the time when they ran through it, and see what happened and where the issue was. But now that we have our first little simple if-else condition right here, we could do any sort of actions and say, hey, here I actually want to send an email, and let's just go ahead and save this email as a quick example right here, just like that. And then once you have an email like this, you can easily copy this action from over there over here and personalize it. And then because we split up the branches obviously up here with the if-else, if at any point or time you want to recombine the branches and bring them back into one branch, you can use this go-to step. And so if we click here, obviously this doesn't make a lot of sense because we're saying, hey, send this email, and then go up here and send this email. You see how that path kind of goes up there. So that doesn't make any sense, but you get the gist. You can always pretty much adjust. It won't let me save this right now. I'm just trying to put some dummy data in here. The go-to step would make more sense if we delete it again. So let's just go ahead and delete this action from here. And let's say we want to go to from down here over to here. Because then we split up the emails, certain contacts get this email, other contacts get that email, and then once that is done, we go to here and we're combining the branches again. So really, that if-else condition with this go-to step lets you unleash your full creativity when it comes to GoHighLevel workflow building. But without further ado, let's jump into this example right here. So this is a workflow that triggers once a form is submitted. This form is this form right here. It's a status update form for after sales meetings. So you could have this form yourself, your sales reps could have this form, and you can definitely, do with this form whatever you want. It's more about the idea and the concept, but it basically says, and your leads could even fill out this form, but this is an internal form that is filled out by employees or by yourself after a sales meeting. You put in the contact's name, last name, phone number, email, their appointment status, if they were contacted, if they no-showed, if they showed, if they were sold during this sales meeting. You can add the leads value. You can add internal notes that are not sent to the contact, but are saved on the contact details page in the notes section within the CRM. And you can add conversation recap notes that are emailed to the client if you check this box right here. And so all of this, once you hit submit or update this meeting status on this form, will pretty much trigger these workflows and this automation right here within your GoHighLevel account. And so depending on what you select on this form, in this specific field right here, appointment status, if they no-showed, then they will go down this no-show path. It'll add the tag no-show. It'll update the opportunity to no-show. It'll update the calendar appointment to no-show. And you could send them an email and try to reschedule them. But that is actually done within a different no-show, within a different workflow. Once you add this tag, then it'll trigger the no-show and reschedule email sequence. And when you're on this forum and you, for example, say sold, then we will go down to this sold path right here. We'll add system notes that they were sold. We'll add the tag. We'll update the opportunity. We could request a review if that's what you want to do right when they're sold. And then you can see we're using that go-to step that I just showed you guys, and we're going back over here, updating the appointment status to showed, and then this is where the conversation recap notes are sent, and it's another if-else condition within the if-else condition. So a little bit of inception here, and don't get overwhelmed by bigger if-else conditions like this. Start small, start simple, and then you can always add on and make them more and more complicated. But like I said, here we've got an if-else in the if-else, and we're saying, hey, if the conversation recap notes, if we said yes, send the email here, and we selected this, we checked this little box right here, then it will send the conversation recap notes. And if we don't, it won't send it. It won't include that custom field in the email. So let's just confirm that real fast. This is the yes, send email, send conversation recap notes, or when no. And so in this email with this conversation recap notes, we have the custom field, the custom value, conversation recap notes right here. Whereas if we go into this email, you can see that custom field, that custom value is missing, so we're not going to send them. So that's as easy as it gets. And I know that learning high level can be overwhelming at first, but we're here to help. We have a lot of great assets that you can leverage to make your high level journey the easiest and the fastest possible. So if you want to leverage some of these workflows like this one that I'm showing right here, like these forms that are pre-built and ready to rock and roll and go within your account, some of these workflows right here for counter confirmation reminders, nurture campaigns, incoming lead follows, invoicing, checkout pages, review requests, my premium community. This is my free community, but I'm also building a premium community with step-by-step courses. We've got plenty of resources to help you make the most out of your high-level journey. So check out the links below. In general, you could transfer your sub-account either under another agency or under high level officially just over to my agency, and I could easily load this snapshot with these automations, with these workflows into your account within seconds, and you could benefit from the systems and again the assets that I've built for my version of high level. If you're your own agency and you don't want to transfer your account and you want to leverage this, then become my affiliate. Sign up or upgrade under my high level affiliate link, and you'll get access to my premium workflows and my snapshot that I just showed you guys right here. And you'll get access again to my premium community. In my premium community, I'm building step-by-step courses so that if you want to launch an AI chatbot, watch this step-by-step course. If you want to launch your high-level email campaign, watch this step-by-step course. That is exactly what I'm building right now in my premium community, and I'm also including 3 weekly group coaching calls specifically for high level with myself and my team. And you also get discounted rate access to my team. So if you want to book one-on-one 1-hour consulting calls with myself or my team, you get a discounted rate. But if you just want to check out my free community and access, for example, high level onboarding tutorials or the Automation Unleashed tutorials where I teach you how to build workflows just like the ones that I'm doing right now, and I basically share my entire snapshot for free, then sign up with the link down below for my free community, GoSmarterFlow.com/community, and I'll see you in there. To kind of finish the thought around this if-else condition right here, how we created this is based on custom fields on the contact level. So to have a form like this one right here with appointment status, you need a custom field. So once you go into your CRM section, you'll see the custom fields up here, and you can group them. And this specific custom field right here is exactly what we're seeing under custom fields right here. So if you want to create if-else conditions based on custom fields, you pretty much just need to create the custom field at first, and then either you yourself or your client fills in the data into the custom field, and then you can have the people go down different paths based on that data of that custom field. And just to kind of show you how easy it can be to create that, we'll add a branch down here and we'll say contact details, and then we'll see the standard fields that are standard within the CRM like email, phone. And once we scroll further down, we'll see the custom fields. So this is where it gets interesting. This is where we could say, hey, everybody who has a credit score above 800, do this. Below 800, do that. And we just need to find the correct custom field. So this one right here is pretty much the SU appointment status. So we've got SU appointment status right here, and we could say, hey, SU appointment status is contacted, no-showed, sold. So if you select the correct custom field, it should look exactly like this, like it does in the CRM part under the contact, and exactly the way it does on the form as well. And once you have that selected and created, it's pretty much just about saving it, and then you can just duplicate the branches from there again and again. And so obviously I'm gonna ruin this workflow right here, right now in this demo account, so I'm just gonna hit cancel. But that's pretty much the magic behind this and how you create if-else conditions based on custom fields. Next, we'll jump right into ZappyChat, which are these workflows right here, and we'll have a look at if-else conditions based on tags. Because if we go into this AI01 right here, and we jump into the if-else condition right up here at the top, then we can see that if it includes a certain tag, like stop bot or booked, then it goes down or doesn't go down this path, whereas it has different tags that are included or not included on this other path. So super powerful to understand. So to be more specific around those tags, we're saying here, hey, if the contact includes the tag stop bot, then do not go down here. So we're saying do not include, if it doesn't include the tag stop bot, then it can go down here. If it does, it will go down the none branch, and the AI bot is basically off. So the none branch, you can rename it to whatever you want. And so if again, we have the tag stop bot and we want to stop the bot for that contact, we don't want the bot to be active, then it won't go down this first branch, it won't go down this second branch, it'll go down this none branch right here, and the AI is basically off. So that's an example. And something that you can do, but you don't have to do, is you can add these and conditions right here. So if we hit plus here, we could say, hey, if we want the contact to go down this path right here, then the AI status is not supposed to be AI off. The tags should not include stop bot, and the tags does not include booked, because this is the booking path. So if it does not include the tag booked, which the tag booked is added once an appointment is booked, then we want to use a booking bot. If the tag booked is added and it does exist, then the appointment has been booked, and then we want to send the bot down the non-booking path, and instead of a booking bot with the booking path, we would use a non-booking bot with a non-booking path. So you don't have to understand ZappyChat and these workflows right now. That's not what this video is about, but I just wanted to show and visualize and explain you can add conditions and say, hey, it's not only this tag, but also this tag and also this tag, and let's not include this tag. And you can get very complicated and confusing in a way, but that's the power of automation. That's the power of high-level workflows, is that once you set this up once correctly and you figure it out, it just works. It works and works and works. And yeah, it saves a lot of time. And so just to finish that thought around the and condition right here, you would pretty much just how we have been doing it, you would select whatever kind of condition you want to add, like contact details, and then you could say, hey, and tag is this or is not that, or their date of birth is or is not on Valentine's Day, today, tomorrow, whatever. So really, again, the sky is the limit. Your mind and your creativity is the only limit around what you can build with these if-else conditions. Next, let's have a quick look at the other easy pre-built condition templates that HighLevel's new if-else conditions builder has. So we have availability, where we could say, hey, if the current hour is on or after, let's say on or after 8 a.m., then that is work time. And the current hour is before, let's say you're open, like most businesses, to like around 5 p.m., then this would be in working hours, and we could call this working hours. And we would have a simple if-else condition that is working hours and non-working hours. And you could send different messages. For example, a missed call text back for working hours or non-working hours. Obviously, AI chatbots have revolutionized all of this, and we can be available 24/7, especially with HighLevel's new AI voice. So think of those options with AI as well. But if you want to hard code in emails, you would do it with this. And I do like this one. So I like the new availability. I like the new tags and how easy that is. The last appointment, let's have a look at that one. So we could say last appointment is on, and then to select a date, or is before or after, and select some sort of other input like days, weeks. And so you can, this is what I wanted to differentiate here. I don't love this last appointment one, and I don't love contact active in another workflow one. And what I want to differentiate there is, are you building a workflow that will automatically trigger at any point or time, no matter when that lead comes through? or are you building a workflow that you're manually adding contacts to by, for example, selecting them in the CRM here, like these 19 records, selecting add an automation. And so depending on those two scenarios, if it's a constant workflow that's automatically running in the background, or if it's a manual action for bulk actions like this one right here with this little robot icon in the CRM, then you would use an if else condition like this or not. Because if you're doing a manual bulk action like this one and you're adding some people into a drip campaign via email or whatever, then you would set it up here and you would only select the people that you want to select, and you would filter out the people that you wouldn't want to select based on this CRM data right here. So we could actually filter out last appointment data within the CRM and only select the people that we want to select, and we wouldn't need an if else condition. That's how I would do it for bulk actions. Same if we go back into contact active in another workflow. So we don't need an if else condition for this. If we're bulk adding people in, we can just say in the filters right here, workflow active, workflow finished, and we would just filter out the correct people here, and we would say, hey, everybody who's active in this workflow, show me them. It's probably going to be 0 contacts, but we would only select, those 1, 2, 3 contacts, bulk add them into the automation from right here instead of having this if else condition. So depending on, again, if you're doing bulk action, selecting 19, 20, 50, 100 people, you would either just filter them out properly in the CRM, or if it's a continuous workflow that runs 24/7, then you can also use these nice, new, easy, pre-configured if else conditions for last appointment at and contact active in another workflow. And to wrap things up, you can see we've got these kind of grayed out events right here, like for email events, trigger links. And once you hover over them, you can see what we have to do to actually action this. So it says add a wait action before the if else condition to use this recipe. So if we want to use this, we just got to go in here. We got to add a wait step. We'll go ahead and do that real fast. And instead of a time delay, we're waiting for CRM events like trigger link clicked. We would select specifically that trigger link that we selected up here. And now, hopefully, if we go back to if else, we should be able to use the trigger link clicked. Boom, there it is. So now we can use this one and say, hey, trigger link clicked is this one. You would select the same one, and then you could basically wait until it's clicked. If it's not clicked, you could do something else. If it is clicked, you could do something else. And this wait step would pretty much you need the wait step before that if else condition. So give those a shot. Check out these other easy to build ones like opportunity pipeline stage, contact replied, email events, order form submitted. But I did want to wrap up this video right here just so that you guys don't get overwhelmed with this stuff. If you do want to learn more about automation, then go into my free community, check out the Automation Unleashed section right here, and you can see I've got multiple tutorials around exactly this, what I'm teaching right now with the if else conditions. So check out the free community, check out the other resources. We're here to help you make the most out of HighLevel, and I'm excited to welcome you to my HighLevel party. And obviously, if you have any questions, you can just comment them down below. If you appreciated this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you just want to watch the next video, these are recommended videos by YouTube, so check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day. Peace.